Top 5 Nazi Discoveries. After the World War I, Germans were working days and nights to glorify the human race, which ultimately resulted in the Nazi regime. From 1933 to 1945, Nazis ruled the country, and even though they did unthinkable acts, killed lots of people, and created pain, their regime could only last for a few years. But what Nazis did during their time and how futuristic their approach was discovered only after years and decades. In this video, we'll talk about the top 5 discoveries of Nazi secrets and treasure that will shock you. Underground Bunker Complex. In 2014, archaeologists in Austria made the startling discovery of a previously unknown complex of underground tunnels and bunkers that had been constructed in the World War II. It is believed that the massive complex, which spans an area of 75 acres, was utilized for the production of weapons for mass destruction, including a nuclear bomb. Similarly, this complex is believed to be the main region where the Messerschmitt Me 262, the first operational jet fighter, was built. Constructed with the help of labor from concentration camps, this bunker was finally discovered by Andreas Sulzer, an Austrian documentary filmmaker, who discovered the complex close to the little town of St. Georgen ad der Gusen. He had read about the complex for the first time in a 1944 report written by the CIA, and by utilizing apparatus designed to monitor the elevated amounts of radiation that were present in the region, he successfully discovered the precise location. And after that discovery, Sulzer appeared in an interview with the Sunday Times, where he stated that the complex is most certainly the largest covert weapon production plant of the Third Reich. 217 Nazi-era gold coins. In July 2015, a reserve of 217 gold coins was discovered near Lüneburg, Germany. The coins, which the experts believe were buried either during the time of the Nazi regime or shortly after the end of World War II, were thought to have been buried by the experts. These weren't simple coins, as coins of French, Belgian, Italian, and Austro-Hungarian provenance spanning from 1831 to 1910 were discovered buried in a hole behind a tree. In October of 2014, Florian Bosch, a qualified metal detectorist, made the first discovery of 10 coins at the site. After that discovery, he contacted local archaeologists who dug the site and discovered a total of 207 coins. Alongside the coins were 2 aluminium seals with eagles, swastikas, and the words Reichsbank Berlin 244 engraved on them. Reichsbank Berlin 244 was the name of the German central bank during World War II. According to a statement made by an archaeologist to Reuters, this was all found under a pine tree that is roughly 50 years old, and it must have grown later. So we know it must have been buried in the later days of the war or immediately thereafter. However, it is still unknown where the coins came from, who buried it, or why they did it. And even after years, the answer to these questions is still a mystery. 1,288 Nazi looted paintings. At number 3 on our list are 1,280 Nazi looted paintings, which really shocked the entire social media space. In November 2013, 1,280 modernist paintings were found in the flat of an 80-year-old man named Cornelius Gerlit in Munich. It is suspected that these paintings were stolen by the Nazis from various locations around Europe. Focus, a German news magazine, published the news and said that the artwork had a combined value of more than $1 billion, and that they featured examples of the artists Pablo Escobar, Henri Matisse, Marc Chagall, and Paul Klee. It is thought that a good number of the pieces were initially taken from Jewish households or outlawed by the Nazis because they were considered to be degenerate art. It is believed that Hildebrandt Gerlit built the majority of his large collection while working for Joseph Goebbels, Adolf Hitler's chief propagandist, to sell the artwork that had been taken. After Hildebrandt's death in 1956, the paintings were given to Cornelius, his son, without the knowledge of the authorities. These paintings were discovered hidden among juice cartons and tins of food on homemade shelves in a darkened room when German police raided the property. After this discovery, Cornelius Gurlitt said in the interview that there is nothing in my life that I have loved more than my photographs, and he added that he hoped the case would be resolved quickly so that I can finally have my photographs back. And unfortunately, he died in 2014 at the age of 81. World War II tank found in a basement. You might have heard about doomsday bunkers, but what Nazis did almost 8 decades ago will surely surprise you. When German authorities were tipped off in July 2015 about a 70-year-old man hoarding Nazi memorabilia in his house, it was possibly one of the most bizarre discoveries. A tank from the Nazi war effort during World War II, together with a torpedo and an anti-craft gun, were found in his basement, which led to the planning and execution of an operation needing 20 troops to do the job. And when operation was started, it took more than 9 hours and the help of 2 army tanks to recover the 1943 Panther tank. According to the people living in that area, the guy was using this tank for many years to clear snow from the roadways during the winter months. Secret Nazi hideout in Argentina. In March 2015, archaeologists working in Argentina made what they believed to be the discovery of a top-secret Nazi stronghold. The crew discovered the remains in a secluded region of the Teyucuare Park, which they believe may have been meant to be a safe haven for Nazis to retreat there after the end of World War II. The boundary of the Teyucuare Park is located close to the border of Paraguay. Daniel Chavalzon, the leader of the research team, was quoted in an article published in the Argentinian newspaper Clarín as saying, "Halfway through World War II, the Nazis had a secret project of building shelters for top leaders in the event of defeat, inaccessible sites in the middle of deserts, in the mountains, on a cliff, or in the middle of the jungle like this." He stated that his team had discovered 5 German coins imprinted during the time of the Nazi government, as well as a porcelain dish stamped with the words "Made in Germany." Although the use of the discovered complex has not yet been clarified, Witters stated that it seems possible that the Nazis sought to settle in isolated places where they feel protected. In 1998, Argentina came clean about its role in facilitating the relocation of leading Nazi war criminals to the nation. Among them was Adolf Eichmann, a crucial figure in the planning and execution of the Holocaust, who was eventually apprehended in Buenos Aires by an Israeli commando squad, transported to Israel for trial, and then put to death there following the verdict. Do you know any Nazi discoveries that we missed? If so, do let us know in the comments below. And if you're visiting the channel for the first time, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video from us. Thanks for watching.